Getting you connected to your care community really is this easy. Go ahead to Try Now, let's get started. Select here to sign up. Put in your organization name. Select search. If you're not sure which one of these might be your MPI, you can select here to get more information to see if this is you or not. Say, yep, this is me. At this point, you can edit any information that's incorrect. Similarly, if we didn't use the MPI search, we can manually register, which will bring us into the same screens to just edit this as needed. We'll put in an email ID. Time zone. Affiliation code will be a code that you could then hand out to people to have them add into your care community for later purposes. So something like that would be known to your company. If you have a website, you can put your website here. If not, next. Type of care organization. If you don't see something that closely matches you, you could just stay up here and just say we're care management organization. Login ID. Password. Next. Yep, I've read all this and agree. And register. As you see here, in under 1 minute and 20 seconds, we're already into the system. And I can start loading in my care recipients here and start loading in my providers by staying right here in the Care Network wizard, pressing next, getting a name. Phone number will enable you to send them text reminders. If you have it, great. If not, you have to have an email, because all registration information will go to the email. At that point, all I forgot my passwords will be going to the registration email. Any meetings that were invited or to be set up, rescheduled or canceled will go to that email. So emails are absolutely necessary. The role, you could either keep it generic like care provider, or you can get more specific. Add, and you can just keep adding up all your providers. You then could add into your care recipients. Again, if you have the phone number, great. If not, email is a must. Add. And you keep adding in your care recipients. At this point, you truly would be ready to already start your first invited video calls. If you want to have a quick meeting regarding one of your care recipients, I say I want to have a meeting about Larry Jones or with Larry Jones, I go here to the quick meeting. And we're in the video call section. If we don't get a video call, it could be because our browser has it blocked, so come up here and make sure that you allow the camera to be unblocked. You could then invite more people into this call besides just the care recipient by inviting people from your care community, from your care network, or from an external source like just sending out an email, having someone join in. You could also set up an invited meeting, pressing the plus button. So we'll do this about Larry. We're going to invite Larry. I'm going to invite myself. This will be about a case conference. Attach anything we need to attach. Set up a time later. This will be for next Friday or so. This will be a 20-minute meeting, we think. Next. Now you've got options of inviting people who are already established in the care community, which would be people who have been previously assigned in a video call meeting. They would be here to check off again. Otherwise, I could pull from my network. And I could also invite people externally by just having their name, email. It'll send them a registration email that says you've been invited to this meeting. Please sign up here and get started. Video summary that tells when it's scheduled. If we don't want to invite someone, we could always pull them out by pressing the delete button. If they have a phone number, we could give them an invite by clicking here and giving them a send a text notification as well. Confirm the connection. We have a meeting set up in the upcoming. Close it up here. You can see it in your main list of meetings. Details about how to use the care community, meeting room and care feed are in a subsequent video tutorial you can use. Otherwise, let me just show you some quick tips. Tip 1 really has to do with the understanding of a care community. So as you set up a care recipient, you surround them with your providers, members of their team, like their family or volunteers, maybe an external source like a physician who's overseeing them, and you could set up their care communities. All of these care communities go on to make up your care network. When you send out something like a message to a care community about a patient, it'll go out to all those members surrounding that specific care recipient as their care community. This way, not everyone sees everything about everyone, only the people who have been invited into their care community. The invite occurs by setting up a video meeting regarding a care recipient and putting in providers around them. Those providers become members of their care community. It's very important to make sure that the emails that are sent from the system are not going to spam. Right when you registered, you should get a registered email saying welcome to Bliss. It'll have your username, your affiliation code, you've already chosen your password. But for your other people that you registered, they'll be getting an email with their username and temporary password to the email registration that you gave in the setup. It's important to let them know to make sure they're looking in their spam folders to make sure it didn't go there, because they should get that within 1 or 2 minutes of signing up or you signing them up. Once they've made sure that it's not going to their spam folder, they'll get ongoing communication about the meetings that they've been invited to, any rescheduled events, or canceled meetings as well. Here's an example in Gmail. You would either check not spam or turn off the spam here, or go to your folders and set up configurations to make sure this is not going to any sort of spam folder. Once you've done that, all emails from that address should be going through to your regular email without blocking it in spam ever again. Thank you for joining the world of Bliss Connect. If you want to remember how to get to this address of mybliss.health when you sign in, it's best if you just take this down here, add it to your bookmark. You can get here for your web purposes. You can access us through the Android store or an app on the iOS store or through Amazon as well. The same username and password will exist for the apps and the web. It'll be the same account. You can just access it from multiple sites. Any questions, please contact support, which will be at support@bliss.health, support@bliss.health. And we will be happy to answer any questions or concerns that you have. And we look forward to connecting you in your care network and creating one happy care community.